Okay, what's up, people? It's your boy. Now, when it comes to prison politics, don't believe everything you hear because a lot of the stuff is made up just to scare the person. You know what I'm saying? Try and get somebody not to do the things that lead you to prison. In reality, some of the things really happen, but you know what I mean. For the most part, you know what I mean. A lot of the stuff that you see on TV, that you see in Hollywood, that's not really the way it is in prison. Uh, it gets violent in prison. It's a lot of stupidity. It's a lot of BS. Because just like anywhere else, there's drugs. There's anything you can think of, you can get it in prison. So it's all there. And the more money that's on the yard, the more party favors there are going to be going around. So that's the thing. I've been in places where it was like a desert, because, and then I've been in places where, hey, you know what I'm saying, we got people, you know what I'm saying, where it's a lot of avenues to getting stuff inside. And that's the thing, you know what I'm saying, the administration, they assist. you know, if they didn't want nothing to come in, I don't think, you know what I'm saying, I think nothing would get in. But you know what I'm saying, I think they make a little couple dollars. I've had officers sell me cell phones. When I was in prison, I had officers sell me a cell phone, and he told me he took it from somebody else. And if he catches me with it, he gonna take it from me. But that's the way. Officer told me he was trying to, get enough money for a boat for his vacation. Hey, it's some cops, some correctional officers that's just there to do their job. Make sure we don't escape. And some of them are real, hard nosed, ain't gonna let nothing pass. But I wasn't in one of those prisons. I was in an older prison with a lot of older officers that, it was officers that, slept and didn't they did what they had to do, but for the other part, leave them alone. Stay in that office with the door closed. They won't mess with us. We won't mess with him. If we don't give him no reason to mess with us, he won't mess with us. He'll let us know when he's coming. It was cool, because older officer, he don't want to do paperwork. He don't want to go through. He don't want to be involved in a whole bunch of mess. And anybody can attest to this. In prison, you got some officers that don't want to do more than they have to. They want to do their 8 hours and go home. If they can get overtime, yeah. And then don't get it wrong, in prisons, it's a lot of people. So it's a lot of staff. So that means, a lot of people mingling. And I done seen, I done been in prisons where, I seen two officers getting it in the tower, middle of the night type shit. You know what I mean? Like, what's it? Oh, hell no. But I done been in prisons where, there were female correctional officers who would sell you some pussy. Don't go by what I say, yeah, you ain't gonna find out about that. But, that's the way it was. In reality, anybody that knows, if you got dough, you can, you can crack a dough. And there was a lot of people, who was hustling, doing different things and, made ways, and then other people and there's always some dummy to mess it up. I've been in places where it was really good, and then somebody, messed up, ran their mouth, and it's always like that. It's always somebody that and usually the guys tell on themselves. Oh man, I done seen it. I done seen, it was this guy, this is level 4. So he had got in with the MTA, female free staff who comes in here to work. Got in there with her and got in her ear, cracked her. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, that's his girl. But she's gonna bring the sack. So she's bringing the sack and he's good, but then he got in some trouble and they moved him to a different yard. Now everybody knows she works. So it's people that are on her. It's it's players, it's gangsters, it's hustlers, And like I said, prison for me, my analogy of a prison is a swimming pool, big old swimming pool, and then it's full of sharks. And every now and then they throw in a tuna. Real life. Hey, I became the great white. I had to eat. So, somebody's going after that girl. Believe that. So now he's on the other yard and he's hearing it, you know what I'm saying? People are. He goes so far as to tell. He sent a kite or something. He sent the information about her, and you know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, she's getting escorted off the yard. She's losing her job or something over this dummy. But because he couldn't have it, he had to mess it up for everybody else. But that's the way it is. It's always somebody. For the most part, I was, you know what I'm saying, I was always, like I said, I was always hustling too. I was trying to find a way to make it happen. Because, when you have control of, you know what I'm saying, some kind of, drug narcotic in there, you have more power. And for me, you know what I'm saying, I needed all the power I can get in order to survive. You know what I mean? I can't look weak. I can't look small. I can't look, you know what I'm saying? I gotta be up front, and that's the way it was. And it was crazy because Lancaster, I spent almost 4 years in Lancaster level 4, and then they sent me to a level 3 after being stabbed twice. And then a whole bunch of fights. I don't even remember how many fights. I know it was one riot. Oh man, that's living, huh? Nah. All I was doing was surviving. All the time I spent over 20 years in California prisons fighting just to survive because somebody else thought I was supposed to do something else. I think I did what I was supposed to do. And now, you know what I'm saying, I'm here. And I'm supposed to be here. Living. So, I'm going to see y'all on the next one.
Feel the music move your soul. Lose yourself and take control. Heartbeat sync with every